Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Buffalo SportsCenter video. I am Don, and today we are going to talk about another huge rumor surrounding the Buffalo Sabres. It seems like there has been plenty of rumors and chatter around what the Sabres could be doing this offseason, but before I get to a new, very exciting one, make sure to hit that like button, follow us on Instagram, and join the Discord. All of those links are in the description below. Let's get a move on now and talk about, very quickly, the Sabres situation heading into this offseason. We all know that the Sabres are flushed with money. They barely have anybody re-signed for next season. They have about $43 million in cap space. That's more than their cap hits, which is at $39 million this offseason, which is very, very good if you're a team, a rebuilding team like the Sabres that needs to go out into the free agency and get your big-time players. Now it's the time to get your cornerstones on the market. And as we know, with free agency, players can be a bit more expensive than they otherwise would be. But this is a good time for the Sabres to go out and get guys. And me and the co-founder of our Instagram, Kala, talked about very many options for the Sabres, both in goal, on defense, and at forwards. All three of those videos have plenty of options for the Sabres, but one name that was not mentioned there was Toronto Maple Leafs goaltender Jack Campbell. Now, he hasn't always been with the Toronto Maple Leafs for his entire career. He was drafted in the first round by the Dallas Stars. Unfortunately, things didn't work out between Campbell and the Stars. He only played in one game for that organization at the NHL level. He was then sent over to the Los Angeles Kings, where he really found a foothold here in the NHL, albeit in a very limited role. He only played upwards of 35 games in one season for the Kings. That was as high as it went, and all the other times was very below that, and his stats actually were very good. He had a lot of 917s, 915s, even a 930, but the team in front of him was not very good. This was, by the way, when the Kings were in the middle, the dark days of their rebuild after their dynasty in the early 2010s. So Jack Campbell, not really meant to be a long-term goalie. The Kings were hoping that Cal Peterson was going to be that guy, but Jonathan Quick this past season has really taken that goaltending position back for himself. So flash forward to about 2016. To about 2020, actually. 2016 is when he arrived with the Kings. In 2020, he was traded for a very small package to the Toronto Maple Leafs. And this move here was a shot in the dark by GM Kyle Dubas. The Maple Leafs already had Freddie Anderson, but towards the end of his reign with the Maple Leafs, Anderson was kind of not being so good. He was letting in very soft goals. The fans were getting frustrated with him. It just wasn't a good situation. So they brought in Jack Campbell, the backup. And right when he got onto the ice for the Leafs, they suddenly turned into a new team. It's like when the Sabres had Craig Anderson versus when they didn't have Craig Anderson. The team was just that much more comfortable with Campbell in behind them between the pipes. Now, Campbell's stats over those couple of seasons, they were pretty decent, actually. In his first season with the Maple Leafs, this was the COVID-shortened season, of course, he won 17 games, only lost 3 in regulation and 2 past regulation. He had a 215 goals against average and a 921 save percentage. That was really when he just bursted onto the scene. That was the COVID season, his breakout season as well, and he really put his name on the map there. Unfortunately for him, the playoffs didn't go so well for him that season, as of course the Maple Leafs, given their tradition, got knocked out in 7 games in the first round. Now, let's move on to this past season for the Maple Leafs, and Jack Campbell was absolutely phenomenal for them. He won 31 of his 47 starts as the Maple Leaf goaltender, had a 264 goals against average and a 914 save percentage. Both of these are absolutely phenomenal stats, and he also had 5 shutouts to go along with it. Jack Campbell, to put it short, was spectacularly amazing for the Maple Leafs this past season, as was the team in front of him. It seemed like the whole team in the regular season was clicking for him, and Jack Campbell really became a fan favorite in Toronto. They even gave him the nickname Soup, and of course we all heard that whenever we faced the Maple Leafs. Every time he made just even a save, you hear the crowd go Soup, and he was a very good, very stable goaltender. But towards the end of this last season, he became a little bit inconsistent, as did Peter Mrazek, the backup for the Maple Leafs. And now here we are at the offseason after another Toronto Maple Leafs first-round exit, and Jack Campbell is an unrestricted free agent, surprisingly enough. And given that Toronto is cap-strapped to hell and back, they really have no money to pay Jack Campbell what he wants. And what he wants isn't even that bad. He only really wants $5 million this season. This offseason, actually. And I get that he's 30 years old, but $5 million for a starting goalie of his caliber in the NHL? That's remarkable. That's a great cap hit to go for. And I'm sure he understands, look, I'm 30. I probably only got 3 to 4 years left of elite play, because that's what he's been playing at, elite level. And I think the Sabres should definitely go for him. I didn't think that Toronto would let Campbell just get to this point. When we recorded that goaltender video, we were looking for cheap veteran options that could be a stopgap for the Sabres. But Jack Campbell would not be a stopgap. He would be a certified #1 goaltender, I think a top 15. That's a conservative kind of estimate. A top 15 NHL goalie in this league. He is very good. He's very stable. He's 30 years old. He's got playoff experience. I hesitate saying that because it's with the Maple Leafs, but it's still good, and he could really help take the Sabres onto that next little step of their rebuild, their current rebuild, that is. And I don't know. Maybe this happens, maybe it doesn't. Maybe Toronto forks over $4.5 million, the $5 million here, and actually re-signs him, because it would be totally worth it for them. They would be stupid to let him walk in free agency for nothing, because he's been a very good player for their team. And for the Sabres, it would be fantastic. Not only would you be weakening a division rival, but you'd be getting substantially stronger. He would be a fantastic addition to the Sabres locker room as well. And it wouldn't be a big move for him. He's only going 2 hours down and below the border. It wouldn't be a big change for him and his family. And the Sabres really have plenty of money to give him for, I would say, 3 years. Sign him to a 3-year, $15 million contract with $5 million guaranteed per season, and that should satisfy everybody, because that take him to age 33. Then you can reassess, is this veteran guy still the guy, or is UPL or Bertillo or Devin Levi here to save the day? You don't really know, but I think this would be a very intriguing and good pickup for the Sabres this offseason. Now, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this video. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram and join the Discord. Thank you so much, and see y'all in the next video. Peace.